Welcome everyone, this is On Just Restart, and this time we're talking about when we should be expecting the release of the DLC for Mario Kart 8 Deluxe's Booster Course Pass. When we'll be seeing Wave 2. I've been playing through Wave 1, I've been enjoying it very much, but I've already gone 3 stars in every single category, and now I'm yearning for more. So when will Nintendo announce Wave 2 for the DLC? When will that release? And what about the rest of the DLC? Well, that's what we're talking about today. Now before we jump into things, let me first very quickly talk about my social media. You may see a few different things here on screen. You can check that all out. It is linked in the description below. And of course, if you like what you're seeing here, you can subscribe or perhaps consider joining as a member. So in trying to determine when we'll be seeing the different DLC waves for the Booster Course Pass, I first had to figure out, well, how many releases there will be. So we're going to be getting 48 tracks total, and every time there's a wave, we're getting 2 Grand Prix, each Grand Prix sporting 8 tracks. So 48 divided by 8 is 6, so there's going to be 6 waves. They've already confirmed that information. This part isn't meant to be anything revelatory. But then I thought, okay, we're going to be getting 6 waves. We got the first wave on March 18th, and we know the DLC is supposed to end by the end of 2023. So reasonably, you would think that give or take maybe a few weeks or a month or so, that it's going to be evenly spaced out in 6 waves. That kind of makes sense. So if you divide the amount of time that we have between March 18th and the end of 2023 by 6, maybe that gives us a reasonable expectation in terms of when to expect the release of all this DLC. But then I thought about a couple things. The DLC is not going to come out on December 31st. It's going to come out sooner than that for sure. Maybe still in December, but not at the very end of December, for sure before Christmas. And what you may not realize is that typically Nintendo likes to release their content on Fridays. Are there exceptions? Occasionally, but usually we see it on Fridays, and March 18th was a Friday. So then perhaps maybe we should expect the release of all this DLC on a Friday as well. And I took a look at the month of March, and what I realized is that it's the second full week of the month. And thinking about it, in general, it does seem like things seem to happen on full weeks, and not necessarily the first week, but maybe the second or the third. So obviously there's some degree of error here for sure, but let's just assume for the sake of this discussion that the DLC releases in a particular month on the Friday of the second full week of said month. So assuming that actually holds true, then the first wave came out March 18th, and then the last wave hypothetically could come out December 15th of 2023. And I counted the amount of days between March 18th and December 15th. And assuming I counted correctly, that is 637 days. So then I was thinking, well, maybe we should just divide that up and space it out appropriately for the 6 different waves. Maybe that'll give us a pretty good estimate of when the DLC will be coming out. But then another thought sort of occurred to me here that I think makes actually a little bit more sense. The different waves are going to be announced probably in the different Nintendo Directs. And what we've been seeing the last few years, excluding the pandemic year, is that Nintendo likes to have a big Nintendo Direct, usually February, in the beginning of the year, and then in June for E3, although E3's canceled this year, but we're still sort of assuming that they'll have a Direct around the June time, and then a September Nintendo Direct. There are 3 major Nintendo Directs in the year, and assuming they stick to the 3 major Directs every year, then what they may end up doing is just revealing all 6 waves in each major Direct of 2022 and 2023. The first major Direct of this year, we got Wave 1. So if this pattern will hold true, in the Summer Nintendo Direct, presumably June, we get Wave 2 announced, and then Wave 3 in the September Direct this year, and then next year, perhaps February of 2023, we see Wave 4, then in June of 2023, Wave 5, and then Wave 6 in September 2023. But the actual waves will come out the following month. So if this holds true, and we do see them come out on Fridays on the second full week of the year, the release dates we're looking at here are obviously March 18th for Wave 1, but then Wave 2, July 15th, Wave 3, October 14th, Wave 4, March 17th, Wave 5, July 14th, and Wave 6, October 13th. And you know, this actually kind of makes more sense to me than just dividing it up by 6 parts within that 637 days, because something else occurred to me. When we take a look at the Smash Bros. DLC, yes, it was also due to end by the end of 2021, but Sora did not release in December nor November. In actuality, October, mid-October. And all of a sudden, this sort of pattern seems to make more sense. So we don't have to do any sort of crazy number calculations or divisions or anything of that nature. There has been a pattern of 3 major Nintendo Directs every year, and when those major directs happen, we will see the announcement of the Mario Kart DLC, and then maybe about a month later, we see them release. And this actually makes even more sense when we think about Smash Bros. Again, because during the period of Smash DLC and even before that, everyone was looking forward to Nintendo Directs for potential Smash news, especially the announcement of the next big Smash character. Smash ended late last year. So what happens at the beginning of this year? There's no Smash anymore. Nintendo needs to fill that gap, that hole that's left by Smash Brothers, where there's a lot of excitement stirring leading up to a Nintendo Direct with a whole bunch of speculation of new content to come for a particular big game. Well, the best-selling game on Switch is Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, and what are they doing? They are giving us new waves of DLC. So that speculation is going to continue to brew and build up hype leading to every single Nintendo Direct, where we will see more tracks revealed for the Mario Kart DLC. So it makes even more sense for Nintendo to stick to this pattern of having Mario Kart DLC being shown off in the Nintendo Direct, and then a little bit later, presumably about a month later or a few weeks, it comes out. So with this all in mind, I think it does strengthen this idea I have that we'll see the releases of these games on the second weeks of the Fridays on the months following a major Nintendo Direct. And based off the pattern of the major Nintendo Directs, those Directs are February, June, and September, meaning we'll be seeing releases March, July, October, March, July, October. Will this hold true? I think there's a pretty good chance I'll be pretty close. May certain dates be off by a week or so, or perhaps even a month? Obviously it's a possibility, but I think this at least gives us a pretty good ballpark of when to expect the DLC for Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. But what do you guys think? Do you guys think I'm onto something here, or do you have a different idea of the release timing and also announcement timing of the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe Booster Course Pass DLC? Let me know in the comments below. Anyways everyone, this is On Just Restart. Thank you so much for listening and watching, and I'll see you all really soon. Take care. Bye.